Now, it says, cursed shalt thou be in the field. Who was in the field? Fast you. You too, sis. If you had to carry your baby around on your back and pick cotton from sun up to sundown, how would you feel? Wore out, day to day. How would you feel? Do you think that's cursed, bro? You having to get up, go out in the field, and pick that cotton and work. And not only that, the curse in the field part, working in the field, you're supposed to be benefiting off of it. This stuff that I'm picking should benefit me and my household. The stuff you are picking, it didn't benefit you. The stuff that you picked was able to build quick trips in the future. They was able to take that fortune and build America. They was able to take that fortune and go to war with the other nations. America was able to come to the superpower. You do know America is the youngest country in the world, right? It's the youngest country in the world. How did it become a superpower so fast? Dominance and what? Violence off of your backs. When you was doing this for free, other countries was paying for their labor. They didn't have to pay for anything. Therefore, they was able to sit back, build up to the Industrial Revolution, and there they was able to go to war with other nations and conquer the world off of your backs.
Yeah, that purple be a problem, they don't like that. We don't turn the other cheek, yeah, we fight back. We keep the law, we teach the law, they don't like that. We waking up the 12 tribes, they don't like that. Yeah, that purple be a problem, they don't like that. We don't turn the other cheek, yeah, we fight back. We keep the law, we teach the law, they don't like that. Waking up the 12 tribes, they don't like that. We hit the streets to bring it out, they don't like that. No cap, we ain't lying, we ain't fly, yeah. A roaring lion crouching down, they don't like that. The tribe of Judah, watch us do this, we gon' fight back. And yeah, your pastor know we lying, talking about he know the scripture like a butcher, so I keep a knife. I pull it out and cut him with his wartime and spiritual. Praying for my son and them, praying for my aunties and my uncles and my cousin them.
Now I ask you, where do you fall in it whenever it comes to the Bible? Just in belief in general, where do you fall in? What do you believe about the Bible?
Me, I'm more just spirit brings me to the Bible. That's why I say I'm a believer. Like,
okay.
Throughout my life, anytime I asked for something or needed something.
So you're a Christian.
By the American standards.
By the American standards, you will be a so-called Christian. What about you, sis?
I don't participate.
You don't participate in the Bible?
No,
Christianity.
I don't call myself any of it.
Okay. So my brother, you said you believe that you're a Christian and that's where you fall in at. So I'm going to show you in the Bible. Give me Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 15 because you believe you blessed, right? Do you keep God's commandments? Give me Revelations 22 and 14. So you don't keep God's commandments, but you believe that you're blessed. Now, we learned that in America. We learned that in Christianity from this man right here. You agree? Whatever church you go to, 9 times out of 10, this man's hanging on the wall, right? He's hanging on the wall, right? So therefore, this man, his descendants taught you the Bible, right? It's okay. So when he was teaching you the Bible, you had yokes of iron on your neck, right? So you couldn't debate anything. Like you said, people's minds was warped because I asked you, how do you know that you blessed according to the Bible? Earlier, I asked you a question. You was talking about Muslims. You said, yeah, you're telling me all this stuff, but you're not showing me in the Bible. You can't show me. Therefore, your mind's been warped. You don't really know what you're talking about. How do you know you blessed according to the Bible?
Like I say, it goes back to the spirit for me.
Where's that in the
That's
Bible?
what I say. I'm not even talking about the Bible. But if you say in the Bible, they say if you believe and you ask and you know what I'm saying, you follow the steps, you'll be blessed. Even when I have bad times, you're looking out, God, I'm still moving.
Okay, let me show you something. According to the Bible, this is how you know if you're blessed or not. Revelations 22 and 14.
Revelation chapter 22 verse 14. Blessed are they that do his commandments.
It says, blessed are they that do his commandments. Blessed are they that do his commandments. Now, my brother, you said you get blessed sometimes, right? You know Satan has the ability to bless people, right? You know that, right? So are you being blessed because you're keeping the commandments, or are you being blessed because you're doing the ways of Satan, the so-called white man? Because a lot of our people say that they blessed, like the NBA young boys. He's sitting on millions. Got everything he could ever want. And he'll say, I'm blessed. They'll have the cross on their neck. Oh, thank the Lord, I'm blessed. But no, whole time, remember, Satan was able to bless Christ. Remember, he came to tempt Christ in the wilderness. He said, I give you all the kingdoms. What's that mean? If I give you all the kingdoms, what does that mean? You being blessed. If I could tell you right now, sis, I could give you America, would you take it? You wouldn't know what to do with it. But Satan is able to Satan in his kingdom is able to bless people for doing his will. So give me Psalms chapter 40 and verse 8. This is how you know that you blessed, bro. This is how you start to get the blessings of the Lord. And one of the things that we got to start doing is coming back to God's law, statutes, and commandments. You got to come back to your nationality, bro. A lot of things we've been taught here in America, all those doctrines come from this man right here. That when we was in subjection, he was teaching us. Even now you're in subjection. Why? His media. Everything that we watch on TV is what? It's what? It's sin. What you like watching on TV? What you like watching on TV? Okay, I'm saying, but what do our people like to watch on TV? Sports? Ratchetness. You got idolatry in sports. The ratchetness is all type of adultery, fornication. Our entertainment is sin because we're still spiritually in bondage to this man right here. But what we got to do is this right here.
Psalms chapter 40 verse 8. I delight to do thy will, oh my God. Yea, thy law is within my heart.
We got to start putting the laws back in our heart, bro. Back in our heart. Now, I asked you a question earlier. I said, where do you fall into the Bible? Because you said sometimes you have bad times. You stay in the hood?
Nah.
You don't stay in the hood? You come from the hood?
Yep.
But you come from Kansas City, though, right? What's it like in the city?
South Central LA.
South Central LA. Even better. Give me Deuteronomy 28 and verse 15. I want to show you where you fall into the Bible. Your name is Clarence, right? Clarence? Okay, Clarence, I want to show you in the Bible without a doubt. You from South Central LA, right? All right, watch this, bro. Deuteronomy 28 verse 15.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 verse 15.
Watch this.
But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
So now, at this time, we were coming out of Egypt. We were going to be in rulership. But the Lord is telling us, if we do not listen to the law, statutes, and commandments of the Lord, what?
To observe, to do all his commandments.
You have to do his commandments, exercise yourself in the commandments. But in order to do the commandments, you have to what? Know the commandments, right? Have you been taught the commandments in church? Okay. Do you know how to apply them to your life, though? Do you just go on throughout your life saying that the 10 commandments on your mind? No, right? Do you? No, right? So watch this, read.
To observe, to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day.
So we agree we don't keep the laws in our mind through our day-to-day life, right? But the Bible is saying right now, the covenant he's making with you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, if you don't do that, keep my laws, statutes, and commandments, what?
That all these curses.
All these what?
All these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
My sister, you from Kansas City?
Yeah.
What they call Kansas City? Killer City. Okay, my brother is from South Central LA. What was it like in South Central LA? Between blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. What was life like in South Central LA?
Jacked up. They minds warped too.
Okay, it's jacked up. So here it is from Kansas City to LA, where our people dwell at. You would say it's cursed, right? Let's see if the Bible agrees with that. Verse 16.
Verse 16. Cursed shalt thou be in this city.
So it doesn't matter that if you're in Kansas City, Killer City, or South Central LA, you're going to be cursed in that city. Now, you might not have grew up in the gang violence, but the gang violence was around you. You might not have grew up killing anybody, but the gang violence and the drugs and prostitution was around you. What's the Bible call that? It calls it a curse. You grew up in a cursed part of the city. It doesn't matter where you go. I'm from Louisville, Kentucky. Same way. My brother from St. Louis. Same way. My brother was in D.C. It's the same way. Wherever you go, wherever our people dwell, you're going to be cursed in the city. You're going to be in the worst parts of the city. You understand? And your schooling in that city, is Missouri schooling accredited? A lot of it.
Not always.
A year. Think about that, bro. Where our people go to school at, it's not even accredited. But if you was to go out to Lee Summit, if you was to go to Overland Park, the Lenexa, do you think their schools are accredited? How does it look over in Lenexa and Overland Park? It looks nice, right? But when we go up the street right here to 31st, what it look like? Where our people dwell at? Would you call that a curse? It's a curse to go outside and see black and mouths everywhere on the ground. Needles on the ground. People walking outside, they bugged out their mind. Clothes hanging off of them. People just bugged out on drugs. That's a curse. That affects you on your day-to-day life. When you wake up and you going to work and you look at those bus stops and our people bugged out, it does something to your spirit. That's part of being cursed in the city. Keep reading.
And cursed shalt thou be in the field.
Now, it says, cursed shalt thou be in the field. Who was in the field? Fast shoot. You too, sis. If you had to carry your baby around on your back and pick cotton from sun up to sundown, how would you feel? Wore out, day to day. How would you feel? What do you think that's cursed, bro? you having to get up, go out in the field, and pick that cotton and work. And not only that, the curse in the field part, working in the field, you're supposed to be benefiting off of it. This stuff that I'm picking should benefit me and my household. The stuff you are picking, it didn't benefit you. The stuff that you picked was able to build quick trips in the future. They was able to take that fortune and build America. They was able to take that fortune and go to war with the other nations. America was able to come to the superpower. You do know America is the youngest country in the world, right? It's the youngest country in the world. How did it become a superpower so fast? Dominance and what? Violence off of your backs. When you was doing this for free, other countries was paying for their labor. They didn't have to pay for anything. Therefore, they was able to sit back, build up to the Industrial Revolution, and therefore they was able to go to war with other nations and conquer the world off of your backs. You didn't benefit off picking the cotton in the field. Now give me verse 64.
Verse 64, and the Lord shall scatter thee among all people.
When he said, I'm going to scatter you among all people, because I asked you, what's your nationality? You said black. What's your nationality? Okay, you know Judah now. What was it before? Okay, he said, I'm going to scatter you among all people. So when you look at this sign, when I asked y'all didn't even know who y'all was according to the Bible. Y'all were calling yourself after the so-called white man. When you say you an American black, you naming yourself after Amerigo Vespucci. Amerigo Vespucci is the one that named America. That's America. African was named after Leo Scipius Africanus. So you calling yourself African American, you saying you descend from two white people. But that's not possible. Think about it. If you ask a Chinese man what's his nationality, he's going to tell you China. China goes back to what? It's a land, right? When you ask a black, Hispanic, or Native American, what's it go back to? Specifically blacks, where do we go? We call ourselves black. Well, where's the land of black at? We call ourselves African American. Wait a minute. African America, here's Africa, here's America. How can we be from both? It makes no sense because our nationality was stripped from us. But I'm going to show you how. Keep reading.
And the Lord shall scatter thee among all people, from the one end of the earth, even unto the other.
Read it again.
From the one end of the earth, even unto the other.
My brother, look at this. Here it is. We was from Africa. He says he'll scatter us from one end of the earth to the other. We went into slavery in the sub-Saharan slave trade because you mentioned Muslims, right? Muslims, how did we learn Islam? Slavery. You know, in Libya and Mauritania right now, they're still enslaving our people, Muslims, right? But when people come over here, why do they call themselves Muslims? Why do we want to go after Islam? Because we learned that through slavery. The same way we learned Christianity, through what? We learned it through slavery. So he's going to scatter us from one end of the earth even unto the other, starting with the sub-Saharan slave trade all throughout Africa, and through the transatlantic slave trade, we came over to the Americas. That's how we were scattered all throughout the earth. That's history. We're not telling any lies. It's not our own interpretation. What we're doing is reading the Bible, and we're proving it with history.
What is a nation? Nation is men leading by example.